Hey, there we go. Let's get this guy. Why don't we go ahead and take care of this so you can see this guy. This guy's actually pretty strong. Hey there, Papa Hoop here with another episode of ARK Survival Evolved on the Pugnacia Dinos Ragnarok map, of course. So, we've been doing a lot of building. We did about a bunch of breeding last episode, and I realized that we're starting to run out of some of our resources, namely our element. So, I brought the dragon out, and I've been hunting bosses. There's one there in the background you see just over my left shoulder. And I apologize if I sound a little congested. It's unseasonably hot here today. We got a triple-digit 106 degree Fahrenheit out here in California, and it's playing havoc on my allergies and my sinuses. So my voice sounds a little weird, I think, a little nasally. But anyways, yeah, so I'm out here. So I thought we'd do a couple things. One is I've got to collect some element, so I want to get some of these bosses as you see out here. And I'm also getting these Halloween candies when I kill the bosses. So I don't know what you do with them. Maybe they're a decoration, I'm not quite sure. And I also killed a moth, the new Mothra that we haven't seen previously, which is a boss. So we've got the element we need here to craft one of those. So maybe we'll play with that. But one thing I did want to get while we're out here, so I'm going to go around and kill a couple bosses. But I want to get an Arthropleura, the primal one. Let's get away from that guy. It's loud. I don't know if we can get away. Okay. Yeah, so I want to get one of the Primal Arthropleurals, whatever it's called. There's one right there. It's the one with the little helmet on it. Hopefully we can find a pretty high level one. Oops, that's water. I want my spyglass. See, that's a low level one. We want a high level one. So I didn't go check the scanner. I kind of thought about it when I was out here and I saw a couple of these. But these have their ability, kind of like the conflagrants. These have a I don't know what you call a crafting ability, and they craft artifacts, which I thought in the future would be nice to have all those artifacts if we want to do any of the vanilla type arena battles against the bosses. So it'd be nice to have one of those. So I'm gonna go around. Let's just kill a couple of these. I want to show you guys the candies. This guy's just been walking around. It's just funny that these things are passive, you know, and they're just like walking right around you. I keep thinking he's gonna attack me. So let's go ahead and take care of this guy. Okay, so we got a good amount of elements. Get rid of these little minions. There's the candy. So yeah, the candy just drops. I don't know what you do with it. I've been just collecting it. Let me see what we can do. Can we drop it? What if we drop? Drops one. Well, that was a ripoff. I just lost all my candy in one. Maybe what happens if I pick it up? I got 81 candy back. So I don't know, but I'm gonna collect them. I'm sure there's a reason to this madness. It is October. Halloween is this coming week here, so I don't know. Maybe there's going to be some special use for them on Halloween. We'll see. So I've just been picking them up just in case. There's also a couple people that haven't been able to get on the server for different reasons, and if this is a decoration or something that you'd want to have long term, I can go ahead and pass these out to people. So I think this is a Pugnacia. I'm pretty sure it's a Pugnacia thing. I don't think that's a typical Halloween thing. So let's go ahead and take care of this guy. Always use the extra energy. There's another boss. Let's go get him. Or her. Or it. Oh, there's a couple. Yeah, let's go take care of these. lot worse than it really was. Okay, let's get one more. Ooh, a little organic polymer there. Thank you for that. Excellent. Just cutting through them. Very good. Okay. Easy stuff. So how are we doing on our purpose? What my initial purpose was element. So I've got 750. So that's a good amount. I know if we do the Ascension battle, it goes up. You get a considerably more element in those battles. So I think we're getting pretty close to being able to do that battle. I'm going to fly around here a little bit more. If I spot one of the... oh, there's a Mothra. Hey, there we go. Let's get this guy. Why don't we go ahead and take care of this so you can see this battle. This guy's actually pretty strong, and he'll do some serious damage if you let him. Yeah, so that's the most damage we've seen, and that's why I have these healing potions on my hotbar. I'm not going to bother. Dude, how many do I have? Am I going to keep bothering with those things? 21 plus a stack of 100. Okay, I'll get some more. So I'm going to gather these. I'm going to probably go back real quick and find out where the highest level Arthropleura is. Maybe I'll learn how to pronounce the name at some point. And we'll just call it the speed worm for now on, until I learn how to say it. And then I'll bring you back and we'll see if we can't tame one up. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So it's getting a little crowded in here. Actually, you have no idea how crowded it has become. So this is actually a couple days after, actually several days since I recorded last. What I thought were allergies turned into a pretty good cold, and then we hit a bunch of activities in real life and a weekend, and so I just haven't been able to record. But I have been able to periodically get on the server and do some work. So yeah, I've been quite busy. I just checked back what we had recorded previously. Hello, door. And we were going to look for an Arthropleura. Still can't say that word. And I'll get to that, but I did want to go through a little bit of a review of what I've been doing. So this is the nursery, as you may have guessed, and I have been breeding these primal griffins like crazy. I don't even know how many I have down here anymore. I'm going to guess at about 15, and then another 5 up here. So I've got about 20 of them. I think I'm done. I got 1523 seems to be the highest level that I can get. The stats don't seem to be changing anymore on the last couple batches. They're pretty strong. That melee number of 2600, we've had that for a while. Not sure at what point that I recorded that we had the health up to a base of 26 or 264,000, but now we've got all the best of that into all of these, but it's just not going up anymore. So I think I've maxed out my patience with trying to get this any harder, or higher I should say. So I think we're gonna go with this, but it was an interesting process. I actually while I was spending so much time over here, I did finish off the tech base and add in some decorations and some furniture, and let's take a tour of that right now. So this is the nursery that we built. From a functionality standpoint, I did add the nanny, which it does feed the babies before they're 10%. In our server, it doesn't really matter. They don't really get, their health doesn't depreciate enough before they get to 10% that we actually need the nanny so much, but it's nice to have. The one thing it does do, excuse me, I'm still kind of wrestling with some throat and nose things here from my cold, but I'll get over it. she does imprint on the newborns, so that's good. So you don't have to sit here and imprint, even though imprinting for us usually takes about 1 or 2 imprints and it's done. So that's good. So I put her in there. And then the other thing from a functional standpoint is the hatchery. So what this allows me to do is, I think I got 1 egg in here. It allows me to leave the mating pair on wander. They're tethered down because of the zero movement costume, and but they can go ahead and breed all night when I'm off the server, or when I'm away from the server, not just night, anytime. And I'll come back in here and I'll have several eggs here that I can pull out, and they're down usually about to 1%. Yeah, see, like this one is basically down to 1% incubation. So as soon as I pull this out and throw it on in an area to incubate, it will pretty much hatch right away. So I've had, I think, up to 5 or 6 eggs at a time when I was doing some of these, some of this breeding, which is kind of chaotic. But having everything close by is really helpful. So I've got the Tek breeding or feeding trough, which I actually managed to empty, which I've never done before. I've never done this much breeding before. I've always done, just a couple breeds here and there, mostly for fun. So I did have not a full breeding trough or feeding trough, but it was at least 1 page of this was full of food, which is about as much as I usually do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 40, 50 slots of it were full, and they went through it. So that was kind of interesting, along with the other dinos that are in the area as well, because I think it's also reaching over to that side, and I've got some new tames over there as well. So that was pretty interesting. And then, some of the smaller decorations I just put in here. I put in these refrigerator units, which basically, they're pictures of dinosaurs that are, I guess, being fabricated in a test tube, I guess. I think that's a T-Rex. I think that's a Giga or an Allosaur. Stegos. Theories. This one's like a broken one or an empty one that's leaking. I thought, that's the kind of stuff. Oh, here's a human. So I thought that'd be kind of cool to have those in here. They do act as refrigerators, so that's nice if you want to store food. They do actually refrigerate the food or anything else that you put in them. I have the kibble table here. This is just for functional reasons because a lot of the babies for their imprinting want some comfort food. So I'll make that right here real quick for them. I tried out this incubator from, I don't remember what this is from. This is one from the Automated ARK or Advanced ARK, one of those mods. But it didn't do much more than what we have here, and it would only do 1 egg at a time. So it's just here for looks, and I think there's a decorative one that's a broken one here in the corner, as if, like the dino had broken out of it. So I just left it. It's fine. It matches. This is our actual incubator that we use for that last 1%, and this thing collects all the eggs. So pretty cool. I really like the way it turned out. I'm really happy with the way it looks. I don't have my my tech suit on, or I'd fly up and show you a little bit from up above, but you get the idea. This is really nice. It looks good from the outside. You can look in, you see some of these refrigeration units from the outside, kind of see what's going on. Pardon me. I have to remember to edit that out. I'm sneezing all over the microphone. So left this pretty plain. We closed this off, I think, last episode that I recorded. These guys haven't changed. They're here. I don't think I showed these. These are the tape jars. I colored them a little bit to give them that blue and white kind of look that theme that we've been kind of portraying here. And then I put these tech costumes on them. I was gonna try. I've been out killing a lot of what is it? Bosses for Element. I mean, that's what we were trying to do in the last clip. There was actually, which was a couple days ago, was collect resources, and I've been out doing that. There was a new release of Pugnacia that gave us some new costumes for the trikes when you kill the third trike, and we get these ghostly costumes. So I was going to try that. It's obviously not going to be our blue color, but I saw this in a video and it looked pretty cool. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, we'll leave it on there. If we want to take it off, we can take it off. It's different. I did like the blue. I spent a lot of time painting those, so I'm kind of hesitant to just go ahead and leave that on there. But you know, that looks pretty cool. That's a pretty cool skin right there. Oh, and it's got like see-through wings and stuff, so that's why they're ghostly, I guess. I did put these on the trike minion costumes on our trikes back at the main base. If we go back over there, I'll show you. Those look really cool. So I kind of jazzed up our regular trikes a little bit. But yeah, we'll leave that like that. That's kind of cool. Those guys have been here for a while. I really like flying around the base on these as transportation. So I was thinking of making a perch. I don't know if it's going to be internal or external. Haven't really figured that out. But those are great for getting around the base and doing some building. None of this has changed. Hadn't really figured out what to do. I talked previously about making a bridge here. I haven't really spent a lot of time on that. I've spent a lot of time in other areas, so haven't got to that yet. So this is just how it was. I put in these little pin pads, which actually do act as pin pads if you want them to. I haven't enabled any pins, but I thought they looked pretty cool. They fit the kind of the theme that we're going for here. And then on this walkway, I put in these habitats, which I thought looked cool. These are actually from the Pimp My House mod. I thought they fit. I tried some plants here, and I just couldn't. I wanted to bring in some greens, like some ferns and stuff, but I could place them down. They just didn't look right. I just didn't like the way they looked. I was trying to make a planter box out of some half walls, and it just nothing ever really looked that great. And there was some potted plants from the Pimp My House mod, and those didn't look all that good. They were actually too small. They weren't as big as I wanted them. So I gave these a try, and I think I like them. There was only 5. I mean, there's a duplicate somewhere. I think it's the moth. It's this one and this one. Yeah, so that's a duplicate. But the rest of these are unique. Some are underwater, some are desert. So I thought that looked pretty cool. Kind of a cool little scenery thing as you come through here. I think I showed this walkway off before, so no change there. Over on this side, so this is kind of like the main living quarters. So I kind of, I kind of walk through these as if, so how would this functionally be used? So, this is the entranceway. This is how you get up here from the bottom. I put in some gates here to kind of just prevent any of the smaller dinos from coming through. We don't get a lot of traffic, but this will keep just, some of the smaller dinos away that would aggravate any of my tames. So this is where you would come up and enter. You walk in here. This is kind of like a lobby. And I need to put in, there's some tables and chairs. I want to kind of create like maybe some meeting areas here. Just to add a little bit more to it. I was waiting. I actually need to get wool, and I don't have any sheep yet. So you need wool to craft them. That's another Pimp My House mod edition. It's like the furniture mod from that mod maker. I think there's 2 different mods we have. So I'll put those in later. But I did need to get wool for that, and I didn't have that. Still haven't decided where I would move the generators. It's still there, but this is something I'm really excited about. So this is the living quarters. Okay, sorry about that little glitch there. Had a little interruption. But we're back. So I was going through and explaining here the living quarters. Basically, we're set up here for, what would be 3 research scientists, I guess. Kind of getting into my story mode, which helps me kind of build some of the interiors and bases. I kind of like to kind of picture a story in my head. So, here my story is, there's 3 research or room for 3 research scientists here. Each one of them has their own bed. They have maybe a locker storage. They have a desk where they can do work at, and that's a little tablet that they can do work on. Let's see. And then over here would be, maybe this is where they gear up. They put their gear on. They have clothes and weapons and so forth. And then some chairs. Over here is like a kitchen area for them. This is all from the Pimp My House or Pimp My Home mod. Unfortunately, this sink doesn't give you water, which I was really hoping it would. This does cook food. This does refrigerate. In fact, those pans come up. If I turn this off, you can see the pans go away. If you turn it on, the pans come on. Same thing with the refrigerator. Light comes on and off. But yeah, the sink is just storage, which is really a disappointment. So I had to throw in this guy. Excuse me. To be able to get just some easy water up here. I don't have to drink, but when you do have to drink, if you're thirsty or if you have to fill, so you can fill your I think you can fill your canteen up, but I'm full right now, I can see, so it's not going to work, but at least you can get a sip of water, because a lot of times I'll come back, especially when I was doing my breeding, I would AFK for a while instead of having to reload the whole game, and I would come back and I would be thirsty, and I would have to go fly down or jump down to get some water because I didn't have running water. And even though we have the S Plus mod, we have their water taps, or their what is it? Their I don't forget what the piece is, that the water bore turned on, that you don't need water. You can just place it anywhere. I tried to put it over here in the corner, and it stuck through the wall. There's no good way to hide it. So this was my second best option. It doesn't look that bad. It looks a little out of place, but I think all in all, it's fine. So this is really cool. I really like this. The lobby area, as we said, we had the maps of the other islands, or the other major maps. We've got the island map. What is this? This is Scorched Earth, and this would be the center. That's just really for looks. We've got our what is this? Our transmitter, so we can scan our dinos, our teleport pad, and this is just something I put here. Don't really know what this is. It's just something to fill this window up. I thought it kind of needed something because I didn't have another hologram map to put here. But yeah, it just really ties this whole thing together, so I'm really happy about this. Another little number pad. As far as this workshop is concerned, I didn't lay this out any way fancy. I just kind of put everything against the wall, which I think is fine. I didn't have any better ideas except for putting these things up against the wall, and I think it turned out okay. I was thinking at one point I was going to make a separate room for maybe some of these things like the wood benches and stuff that didn't look as high-tech as some of the other equipment, but it'd be an awful lot of work to make that happen at this point, and I'm just I'm kind of getting to the point where this build is feeling more and more incomplete. So anyways, I'm rambling. Let's go on to more fun stuff. Let's go. The original, I know this was probably a week ago that I started this video. The original purpose, our original venture we were on was to get the Arthropleura, plural, and I still can't say that word, but I will keep trying. But I will tame it. So I'm going to see here if we can find one. And it was primal? Primeval? Primal. I think it's primal, not primeval. Arthropleura. Pleura, I think it is. Okay. Okay, we have a 566, and I realized, you know what, the level doesn't really matter. I was so concerned about getting this level at one point that we just want this for artifacts. The whole purpose of this was to get artifacts, and that's what this thing does. When you put it on Wander, it creates artifacts in its inventory, and it doesn't matter if it's a low level or high level. We're not going to use this for any battling or anything like that. So let's go to these chords, 37 or 38, 77 roughly, and let's go find this one, and let's tame it and bring it back. So I will hop on a griffin, and I'll meet you out there. Let's see, am I getting the hits on it? Let's see, let's get over here. Uh-oh, I didn't want to get off. Where'd I go? Oh, no. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, that was a fail. Gosh darn it. That was my bad. I put my fingers on the keyboard and I rested, instead of on W, I put my finger on E. Big fail right there. Okay, well, let's regroup. Like I said, would have liked to have had that higher level one, but it's not the end of the world. I know there was another one on the map, so let's go see if we can get the other one. That was really user error there. That was embarrassing. All right, let's see if we can make up for it. Be right back. Okay, well, this one is actually in the same area we just came from, so just around the corner, still in the redwoods, so we're gonna hop on. So 3672, not too far from where we just were. Now I'm gonna put this guy right away on passive. All right, passive. All right, let's try this again. So that was not my best effort. So let's see here. Let's get our thing out here. Let's get over there pretty quickly here. We're looking for 36. So we're getting to 72 quickly. So it's going to be, let's see, down, whoop, into a tree. Looking at the my GPS and not where I'm flying. Okay, so we should be coming up on it pretty quick here. Of course, was this one going to be in a big crowd as well? So let's see. Okay, let's get rid of you guys. I know you guys will be a problem. Pardon me. Cleared my throat for a couple minutes here. Okay, should have been right in here. I'm surprised it's in... Oh, is that it? Going up the hill? I think I see it. There's our target. Okay, well, let's get... It's actually going to be a little bit clearer for us, which will be nice. Let's go ahead and try this again. I keep my fingers on the right keys this time. Oh, see, I did it again. Why I keep doing that? All right, let's do this. Did I miss you? Oh, there we go. Ah, one shot. See, I must have not hit that other one at all. This guy went down easy. Alrighty. Female. Let's do an insta-tame. Excellent. Alright. So, after making it look so difficult, we came and we made it so easy. So, let's see here. Equip a saddle. Okay, so we need a saddle. Oh, and you got your backwards hat on you. Very nice, very nice. Very gangster. Very gangsta, I should say. Okay, cool. Pardon me? We in your way? Let's see. Let's go ahead and put this on our shoulder. All right. So if I remember, these guys are actually pretty fast. Obviously, we have no levels on it yet. Let's see. Can we put? Yeah, we can put a level. Let's put one level here in speed. Okay. How's that? All right. That's not bad. Okay. It's pretty good. It could use another one, I think. I don't want it to get too out of control. I am getting a little... Some of the things that we've leveled up, we've just done crazy amounts of leveling. Wow, it doesn't do much. Does it have a... Let's see. Oh, it does. It does have a spit attack. Okay. Alright. Yeah, definitely need wood. Well, it's a 99. You gotta remember, this is the lowest level. This is pretty much the lowest level, I think, that spawns is a 99. So I don't see anything much lower than this. So we definitely need some melee damage here. Just even to kill some of these smaller things. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So that's livable. At least I can start killing... Wow, what kind of turtle are you? You must be high, though. Oh, they weren't that bad. So your HPs were pretty high. Let's just go right back into melee again. Yeah, let's get that melee up. How are we doing now? Okay, oh, not much better. Oh, I thought we'd be much higher than that. How about this guy? Okay, 6,000, that's better. That other one must have been mate boosted. So, that's better. We got anything that will actually get us some points here? Okay, that's good. Alright, what do we got here? Do we have anything? Trike might get us something here. At least a few more levels. Alright. Very cool. Do you have damage or are you just red? No, you're just red. You're your natural red color there. Okay. Not bad, not bad. A couple more levels here. Let's see, all the way to 25 levels. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty much what that does. Again, I said this is not going to be an attack dino by any means. Get out of the trees, get out of the trees. Okay, get out. It's kind of floating above the ground. It's actually, I kind of thought that, I remember the graphics being a little bit better on this last time. Last time I played Pugnacia. I'm not sure if they changed the model or maybe it's the map. Oh, I guess it's just on its feet. Okay, it felt like it was floating. For some reason, I felt like previously it sat a little closer to the ground. So, let's make. Oh, I have some. Let's make one of these things, and let's put this guy on wander, and let's see if he makes his artifacts here. Let's take this. What do you eat? Do you eat just meat? I think. To see, it hasn't gone down. So let's see what happens here. I think you just put it on wander. So it's on wander. It's weighted down because it's got the 0% costume on it. Let's just give it a second here. Nice colors though. I love the colors of these things. I love the backwards hat. That's kind of cool. Let's see here. Do we get any? Let's check the guide. Let's make sure we're doing it the right way. Maybe there's some other thing we're supposed to be doing. So this was Primal Arthropleura. Creates one of each artifact per hour. Must be on wander to create artifacts. Does not have an artifact carry limit. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's what it is. After tame is meat. Has to be. Oh, good. We had golden kibble, so that was good. And it's a knockout tame. So we did everything right. So we're good. So it just takes a while. Let's see if we got that. Still don't have any. Okay. Well, I'm going to monitor this for a couple minutes, and then I'll come back and show you if we have any progress. We might have to switch to the ponderous ball instead of the costume. Maybe that's a requirement, but we can get the ponderous ball pretty easily. I thought that these would work, the costume would work, just because it's been working for us for taming, but maybe it doesn't work for some of the wander features. So let me take a look at that. Okay, welcome back. So yeah, I've been hanging out here, just doing a couple things. I know one of the things I didn't show you. I was looking back through some of the episodes that I had, previous recordings there. So these were some of the costumes that we got from those third trikes. We got the tap jars that I showed earlier. These were just these trike minions, and I put these on our regular dinos, our regular initial trikes that we got. So kind of gave them a new, fresh look, which I thought was cool. But I think we got one, and then yeah, the yellow one for the misses. I don't know if you guys remember that far back. It seems like a long time before we rode these guys. So anyways, our little guy here, we were able to get the artifacts, so that's good. So we did get this. I wasn't really paying attention too much to time, but it took probably 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and then I came back and I had these. So I'll just let this sit while I'm offline and build these up, and we'll use those for when it's time to do our vanilla boss fights. I want to do those because there's still some tech stuff I'm not getting. If I go down into here, I'm not getting this tech light, which I'd like to get. And I think that's because in some of these down here, I think we have to, I think these are going to be Pugnacia unlocks. So we'll do the Ascension battle for these, but this one I think is, I need to do this, this boss fight here. Some of the vanilla boss fights to get that unlocked, maybe, or maybe it's the Ascension, but we'll try them both. It'll be fun. But I think that's going to do it for today. I know this episode was kind of a little all over the place, a little disjointed. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the tech base that we finally kind of can put a stamp on that we completed that. But, you know, if you did like today's video, please leave a like. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. It would really help me out in building my channel. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.